so what types of things should you be looking out for then, right? So if you're adopting eating approach, a different nutrition approach, there's certain things that will be triggers that will tell you whether you're on the right track or not, okay? It should control your energy balance, right? The nutrition approach you adopt shouldn't be making you binge on a Friday, self-judge yourself on a Saturday, and say to yourself on Sunday, I'll start again Monday. Make sense? So if you're going from one end of the spectrum of energy balance to the other end of the spectrum consistently, also known as yo-yo dieting, guess what? It's probably not the best approach you should go back on. Now, I know people, and you know people who go back on the same goddamn eating approach every 6 months or every 3 months, and it's not helping them stay where their energy needs need to be. So if that's not happening, that's definitely a flag, right? Number 2, it should provide you with sufficient energy levels, right? You should feel good. Like nutrition is about feeling good. If you're not feeling good, how many people have you had, I'm on a diet, I feel terrible, I feel horrible? Well, that's a sign. Probably not the best approach. But if it's not helping you feel good, probably not a good sign. If it's not pushing you towards your goals, like Asha said, am I closer to what I had in my mind when I started this thing, or am I further away? How long am I going to keep going on this year-month cycle before I actually can see my goal in sight? So if it's not goal supportive, definitely a white flag as well, or red flag I should say. Contextual, my pet hate. And what I mean by that is, you all have a lifestyle that you lead. I don't know about you, but I like eating dinner at the dinner table with my 2 girls. That's part of my lifestyle. Now, if I listen to Mary or John in work, who's adopted a 5-2 diet, or a paleo diet, or a fasting diet, and they're telling me how amazing it is, right? And how much great results they've had in it. I've got to factor in, I still like having dinner with my 2 girls in the evening. So if I'm fasting for 24 hours, that is not contextual to me. Make sense? That method of eating does not allow me live the life I want to lead. So it's pulling you away from your context. It probably isn't the best approach for you, right? It's got to be in sync with how you want to live. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with any of these approaches, by the way. 5-2, paleo, whatever you're up to, fine. But if it doesn't factor in the context of your life and what way you want to lead it, then you probably should think about something else, okay? Last but not least, the most important one, sustainable. Can you stick to it? You know, when people tell me they're adopting a new diet, the first question I say, can you see yourself sticking to this in 10 years? If they say no, guess what I say? Why would you start it now then? Because you're only going to have to go back to something you can do eventually. So if it's not sustainable, and by the way, all the research points to the best diet is the one you can stick to. Doesn't go on about vegan or paleo. It just says that all the research points to adherence. The best one is you can find an eating approach that you can adhere to long term.